Cooper and his daughter Riley head to a concert so Riley can see her favorite singer. Riley is super excited to see Lady Raven and waves enthusiastically in a crowd of fans. They stand in line with other concert-goers, purchase their tickets, and enter the venue. The lights go down, and Riley is thrilled to see Lady Raven take the stage. Everything seems normal and exciting until Cooper turns to his daughter and says he needs to go to the bathroom and will be back soon. However, our man Cooper doesn't seem to be just an ordinary dad. He enters the bathroom and uses an app on his phone that's connected to a camera to check on someone he appears to have captured and chained up. Meanwhile, a swarm of police, including SWAT teams, surrounds the concert building, indicating something serious is going down. It's not clear yet, but it's evident they're either there to prevent a terrorist act or to catch someone extremely dangerous. Cooper returns to the concert hall and continues watching the show with Riley. During a break, they head to the merch stand to buy some fan gear. Cooper, now acting even more suspiciously, asks the merch seller why so many police are around the venue. Jimmy, the chill merch guy, tells him, "I'm not supposed to say, but apparently they're here to catch a notorious serial killer known as the Butcher. Somehow, they've got a tip that he's attending this concert, and they want to nab him. All exits are blocked, and no one gets in or out without being checked." Afterward, Cooper tells Riley to head back to the concert hall, assuring her he'll join her soon. Jimmy informs Cooper that they're out of stock and need to fetch more from the warehouse. Cooper quickly follows Jimmy into the warehouse and, while Jimmy is distracted, swipes a special staff card from Jimmy's pocket that likely opens locked doors. Then Jimmy oddly adds, "I'm actually a big fan of the Butcher. He's really skilled at what he does. A true professional killer." Seizing the opportunity, Cooper cunningly gets Jimmy to reveal the access code. It turns out Jimmy's a bit of an airhead, unwittingly handing over everything to the most dangerous killer the police are desperately trying to capture. Cooper swiftly swipes a card he snagged to unlock one of the staff-only doors, and as luck would have it, he finds himself in a room buzzing with Special Forces officers who are busy going over their orders. Casually strolling in, Cooper nonchalantly makes himself and the officers some coffee. Before slipping out, he slyly lifts one of their radios to eavesdrop on their communications. On his way out, he bumps into the mother of one of Riley's friends, who starts chatting him up, all while the police are nearby. To avoid raising suspicion, Cooper puts on a cheerful front, urging her to enjoy the concert and deftly steers the conversation to part ways with her. Just then, Cooper notices the police across the hall zeroing in on a suspect, leading to a dramatic arrest. All of this is orchestrated by a tough-as-nails female police chief named Josephine, who's spearheading the hunt for the infamous Butcher. In the auditorium, Cooper deliberately bumps into someone, sending them tumbling down the stairs. This little ruckus gives him a chance to scope out the police presence and plot his next move for making an exit. Continuing his reconnaissance, Cooper makes his way to the concert's fast food section. There, he slyly places bottles of oil in the fryer area, causing a fiery explosion that severely burns one of the staff members. Quick on his feet, Cooper dons an apron from one of the staff and heads to the rooftop for a better vantage point. However, he finds himself face to face with the police. Thinking on his feet, he spins a tale about the kitchen mishap and shows them the ID card of the apron's owner to back up his story. Riley spots him in the hall and insists on tagging along, annoyed at how her dad keeps disappearing. Poor Riley has no idea her father is a cold-blooded killer, a master of his sinister craft. Back in the concert hall, while Cooper is casually enjoying the show with Riley, he overhears on the police radio that they are conducting searches based on certain physical traits that might match the suspect. He quickly realizes one of the traits is a tattoo on the right wrist. Thinking fast, he covers his own wrist with a Lady Raven fan sticker. Fortunately, he had already downloaded the complete map of the concert building on his phone. Riley, meanwhile, wishes out loud that she could be the dream girl who gets to perform on stage alongside Lady Raven. As Cooper blends in with the concert crowd, he spots the person responsible for selecting the dream girl, a talent scout of sorts. Cooper approaches him, spinning a heartfelt tale about his daughter's deep admiration for Lady Raven and her miraculous recovery from a coma. The spotter, moved by Cooper's story, especially since he turns out to be Lady Raven's uncle, decides to grant Riley the chance to be the dream girl. To Riley's astonishment, she is surprised with the news that she's been chosen. Accompanied by the spotter, they make their way to the stage. Cooper's plan is twofold. Not only does he evade the police's scrutiny, but he also fulfills his daughter's dream. The special forces near the stage are convinced by the spotter that Cooper and his daughter are no threat, so they don't require further inspection. The concert tour manager then brings Riley on stage. As the cue is given, Riley joins Lady Raven, hugging her and dancing alongside her, utterly thrilled. From a distance, Cooper watches, content and feeling secure. But after Riley's performance, Cooper spots Chief Josephine heading towards the stage. Seizing the moment, Cooper grabs a girl in distress and uses the distraction to slip away, while Riley looks around, confused and searching for him. Cooper eventually reaches the concert's medical area and hands the unwell girl to a nurse, receiving thanks from the concert manager for his apparent concern for others. Despite his cunning escape, Cooper's true nature as a clever and dangerous killer is ever present. He's managed to outsmart the police once again. In a brief moment, Cooper notices Lady Raven herself dealing with a breathing issue, using an inhaler to manage her asthma. After the concert ends, Cooper listens in on the police radio and hears that Josephine is relentless, declaring that all 3,000 men at the event need to be inspected, convinced that one of them is the killer they're after. At that very moment, an idea strikes him. When Lady Raven comes over to chat with Riley, Cooper seizes the opportunity to pull her aside for a private conversation. Without wasting time, he confesses to Lady Raven that he is the infamous killer everyone is talking about, the one swarming with police trying to capture him. Leveraging his knowledge from working at the fire department, he explains how carbon monoxide can kill a person. And to drive his point home, he shows her a video of a victim named Spencer threatens to release the gas to kill him if she doesn't cooperate, making it clear that her task is to ensure they can escape without arousing police suspicion by using her limousine for an escort. Under the guise of Lady Raven's security team, they effortlessly make their escape, with the police clearing the way for them. Once inside the limousine, Lady Raven gets an idea and tells Riley she'd love to visit her home, to which Riley excitedly agrees and immediately calls her mom to arrange it. Cooper, however, isn't thrilled and subtly threatens Lady Raven by motioning to his phone, implying that a mere button press could spell doom if she tries anything funny. Before they reach Cooper's house, a scene unfolds showing the army of police around the concert venue, utterly outsmarted by Cooper's high IQ, proving that even with all their resources, they were no match for his cunning. Arriving at the house, Lady Raven greets Riley's mom, Rachel, with a handshake and steps inside. Rachel enthusiastically offers to host her, planning to whip up a delicious meal. Shortly after, Cooper leans in to whisper to Lady Raven that if she utters a single word about his identity, he won't hesitate to end Spencer's life. Lady Raven, however, reassures him, promising she won't say a thing. As they chat, Lady Raven casually mentions to Rachel about the commotion at her concert and how the police were hunting a dangerous killer known as the Butcher. Sensing the need to wrap things up, Cooper suggests that Lady Raven should be on her way. But she has another idea. Before leaving, she asks Riley if she'd like to hear her play the piano and sing, inviting her to sit by her side. As she begins to play, she slyly picks up Riley's phone. Cooper stands by, recording the moment, but feeling somewhat powerless. Riley, meanwhile, starts looking for her phone to take a selfie with Lady Raven. Swiftly, Lady Raven grabs Cooper's phone instead, pretending to snap a selfie with Riley. She then heads to the bathroom, locks the door, and ignores Cooper's frantic knocking. Inside, Lady Raven manages to contact Spencer using Cooper's phone, trying to get his location. Spencer gives her some useful information from what he remembers before being taken there. Then, using her own phone, she goes live and asks her fans to find the location and call the police to save a life in danger. Realizing the sudden silence, Lady Raven asks Cooper what he's done with Riley and Rachel. She unlocks the door and Cooper retrieves his phone, forcibly taking her with him. In the car, Lady Raven pleads with him, saying he can still be a good person if he chooses. But Cooper dismisses her, claiming he knows the monster inside himself too well. As they reach the garage, Lady Raven seizes a moment to escape. Cooper, meanwhile, says a quick goodbye to his wife and kids, closing the garage's door. Just as Lady Raven's earlier warning predicted, the police arrive, surrounding Cooper's house. However, Cooper, unfazed and relaxed, escapes through a secret passage leading to another house, once again slipping through the fingers of the police. Josephine receives a radio message that Cooper has escaped and even injured an officer during his getaway. Meanwhile, as we see Lady Raven's limousine, the door suddenly opens to reveal Cooper himself, now dressed in a police uniform, having been Lady Raven's driver all along. Cooper forcibly handcuffs Lady Raven with police cuffs and gets back into the car, presumably to take her away and eventually kill her. However, while driving through a crowd, Lady Raven manages to roll down the window, shouting for help and urging people to call the police. The crowd quickly surrounds the limousine, giving Lady Raven the chance to free her hands and escape the vehicle just as the police arrive. The officers, guns drawn, command Cooper to surrender. They clear the crowd and shoot out the car tires. Under Josephine's orders, they fire at the driver's seat, only to discover Cooper isn't there, just a police uniform. Once again, Cooper's cunning shines through as he escapes in the chaos, slipping away by blending into the crowd. In the next scene, Lady Raven is seen reuniting with Spencer, relieved and grateful to have saved him with the help of her fans. Back at Cooper's house, Josephine asks Rachel to assist in capturing him, suggesting she should go to a safe place like her kids, who are already with their aunt. Rachel refuses, but Josephine assures her that police patrols are stationed on the street for her safety before leaving. Later, as Rachel is home alone, watching the news about Spencer's abduction and boiling a teapot, Cooper suddenly appears, scaring her. He accuses her of betraying him, forcing her to admit she reported him to the police. Rachel confesses she grew suspicious due to his erratic behavior, the strong smell of hospital-grade cleaning supplies on his clothes, and how she once saw him lie to a neighbor so effortlessly. Cooper also realizes it was Rachel who tipped the police about the concert tickets. Just as he moves to attack her, Rachel pleads with him to share one last piece of cake together. Cooper, filled with rage, tells her he hates her for robbing him of seeing Riley grow up and declares that both murder and suicide will follow because he can't bear to live this life anymore. After eating the cake, Cooper is about to harm Rachel when he suddenly starts hallucinating, seeing his mother talking to him. While he's distracted by the hallucination, the police storm in and use a taser to incapacitate him, but Cooper manages to attack one officer. Josephine arrives and administers another shock, and finally, he collapses unconscious. As the police cuff him and take him away, Cooper briefly picks up his son's fallen bicycle, appearing as though he's saying goodbye. Riley arrives and rushes to hug her father, and then Cooper is led into the police van. Just when it seems everything is finally over, it's revealed that Cooper tampered with the bicycle, removing a rod from its wheel. In the van, he uses the rod to effortlessly unlock his cuffs, smiling to himself, proving once again that no police force can truly contain him. In the final scene, Jamie is seen watching the news, realizing Cooper is the notorious butcher. He mutters to himself, regretting the information he leaked and acknowledging his own foolishness.